this clip, I'm going to demonstrate how to do normal curve examples with the TI36X Pro. So this normal problem is finding areas underneath a given normal curve. The problem we're dealing with is speeds traveling on a highway, of cars traveling on a highway. They are normally distributed with a mean of 73 and a standard deviation of 3.5. The first question asks us what proportion have a speed less than 65 miles an hour, and what is the z-score for 65 miles an hour. So 65 is about 2 standard deviations below. Let's go ahead and calculate the z-score. 65 minus 73 over 3.5. Okay, gives us minus 2.286 as our z-score. But what we're really interested in is this left tail area here, and if you didn't have software, you'd use this z-score and look that up on a normal distribution chart, but we're going to use our calculators. And so on the TI, we'll find the menu that we need on this stat regression distribution menu. So I press second and data to get to that. And so you can see that brings you to the menu that comes up with means and standard deviations, and if we scroll down, it has some regression stuff on it. That's not what we need for this unit of the course, but we press the right arrow and come over to the distribution menu, and we're never going to use number 1 on here. Normal PDF tells you the height of the curve at a specific spot, and that's not useful to us here. What we are going to be using for this problem is normal CDF. CDF gives us areas under the curve. Some software that you use will give you left tail areas under the curve only, so you just give it one x value and it gives you the left tail area. But the TIs take an interval, and so you'll give it a lower bound and an upper bound. So when I press normal CDF, a menu comes up asking me for the mean. Our mean was 65. No, I'm sorry, our mean was, got out of there too far. Our mean was 73. And our standard deviation was 3.5. And I'll press enter, and now here's the spot where we enter the lower end point and the upper end point. And this menu already has pre-filled for us a very large negative number way out here and a very large positive number way out to the right of our normal distribution. And so to get a left tail area, I'm going to leave that lower bound at this very large negative number and just put an upper bound of 65 in. And come down and calculate, and we got a value of 0.0111. Okay, so about 1% are traveling at or below the speed limit. So, there. Okay, and then for the next problem, we're asked to find an interval here instead of just a left tail area. We're asked to find an interval between 69 and 79. So here's our 73. 69's maybe about there. 79's maybe about there. So the problem's asking us to find the area of this shaded region. You know, the whole area under the curve is 1 or 100%. We want to know what fraction fall in this interval. Okay. So on our TI, we're going to come to this distribution menu, second data, right arrow to get to distribution, down to number 2 for normal CDF. Our mean and standard deviation are the same as the last problem. So we're going to put 69 in as our lower endpoint and 79 in as our upper endpoint, and then calculate. So it tells us that this area is 0.8302 is the answer to this problem. Okay, so we did a left tail area where we left the low negative number in, and we did a right tail area, or we did an interval where we changed the lower bound and the upper bound. And if we wanted to find a right tail area, say with a fraction greater than 79, we would put 79 in as the lower bound and leave this large positive number in there, what the menu had. So about 4% of cars are traveling faster than 79 miles per hour.